everyone, how are you? I'm Heather, I'm the Bent Yogi. Welcome to Friday Power Flow. We're going to have some fun today. Come onto your mat, come on into your downward facing dog, and let's glow. Did I just say, let's glow? I did. We're going to have some fun with Tittibhasana, firefly today. And that's okay. If you're not really sure about your firefly, be sure about your practice. Come on into your downward facing dog or get started in your child's pose. And just take a couple of deep breaths. Take a big inhale and a big exhale. If you want to add in some movement here, you can add in some movement. Really tap into the movement of your breath. That's what helps to settle down all that stuff in your thinking mind. Following your breath. Again, let's take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. You can let your head hang down here. Let your heels soften down. And notice if there's some tightness, some resistance in your physical body as you come onto your mat. Notice if there's some resistance in your thinking mind, especially if you find yourself thinking about firefly, about Tittibhasana. Allow yourself to come back to right where you are, right here, right now. And together, let's take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. Take another big inhale. And as you exhale lightly, step or jump to the front of your mat. Halfway lift, inhale, exhale, fold. Inhale, come on up to stand. Hands reach high, heart lifts, look up. Draw your hands to your heart. Pause for a moment. Set your gaze, lower your gaze or close your eyes. Take a big inhale. And a long exhale. And if you'd like to set an intention for this practice, you can. My intention, I think, today is going to be just to have some fun. We could all use a little fun. Inhale, sweep your hands high, reach up, fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale, hands to your mat, step back to your high push-up, high plank. Knees lifted or lowered, and there's definitely a serious quality to the practice. There's intention, there's focus, but we can still have some fun. Take a big breath in, forward and halfway down, low push-up, chaturanga. You can drop your knees or come all the way down. Inhaling, upward facing dog, lead with your heart. Exhaling, back to your downward facing dog or your child's pose. One of my teachers used to say, the world doesn't need any more serious people. Right? There's enough serious people out there. So you can take your practice seriously. And you can be focused and have intention when you're in your practice and when you're in your life. But the balance of joy and fun, playfulness. Take another deep breath in here. Exhale, step or jump to the front. Halfway lift, inhale, exhale, fold. Inhale, come on up to stand. Rise up, reach up. Fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. High push up to low push up, exhale. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Set your gaze or close your eyes. Take a big breath in. And a long breath out. Take a big inhale. And a big exhale. Another deep breath in here. Exhale, step or jump to the front. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come on up. Lift up, reach up. Fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. High push up to low push up, exhale. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And as you feel your breath and you feel your intention, where you are, what you're doing, does it bring a smile to your face? Do you feel good? You can challenge yourself, But enjoy where you are, enjoy what you're doing, and feel good about all of this. Take another big inhale, exhale, step or jump to the front. Halfway lift, inhale, exhale, fold. Inhale, come on up, rise up, you can go back if you like. Fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. High push-up to low push-up, exhale. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. You can add in child's pose. You can add in variations. Take a big breath in. And a long breath out. And breathe in. And breathe out. Take a big inhale, fill up. Exhale, walk or jump to the front. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Utkatasana, chair pose. Set your feet, put a big bend in your knees. Lift your heart. Take a big inhale. Fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. High push-up to low push-up, exhale. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right foot steps forward, warrior one. Back foot spins flat. Come on up. Set your feet, set your gaze. Bend into your front knee, lengthen through your back leg. Lift up, take a big inhale. Exhale, hands come down to your mat. High push-up to low push-up. Upward dog. Inhale, downward dog. Exhale, left foot steps forward. Warrior one. Set your foundation. Set your intention. Feel where you are. Feel how strong you are. The strength of your practice, our practice. And as you feel that, can you feel for lightening up just a little bit, lifting up a bit? One more big inhale here. Exhale, hands come down to your mat. High push-up to low push-up. Upward dog, inhale. Downward dog, exhale. Take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. Another big inhale. Exhale, walk or jump forward. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Utkatasana. Sit down, reach up. Fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. High push-up to low push-up, exhale. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Right foot steps forward, warrior one. Virabhadrasana. Come on up. Exhale, hands come back to your mat. High push-up to low push-up. Upward dog, inhale. Downward dog. Exhale, left foot steps forward. Warrior one, rise up. Exhale, hands come back down. High push-up to low. Upward dog, breathe in. Downward dog, breathe out. Take a big inhale. And a long exhale. Bring your feet together and a little bit forward. Take your left leg up to the sky. Bend your left knee for your down dog hip opener. Just a breath or two here. Feel it out. Opening up, lifting up. Take your left leg back up, roll the hip down. Come on forward to your high push-up. Draw your knee into your chest. Lift out of your shoulders. You can tuck your chin or your nose into your knee. Inhale up and back to your three-legged dog. Crescent lunge. Left foot steps up. Right heel lifted. Rise up. Check in with your breath. Check in with your left foot. Breathe in. And breathe out. You can sink your hips a little bit lower. Now step forward onto that left foot. Lift your right knee up towards your chest. Hands can be high at your heart. From here, right foot across your left thigh, and then sit down for your figure four. A little bit of a hip opener, a little bit of balance. Low belly draws in and up. If you want to fold forward, you can fold forward. Breathe for 3, 2. Now, nice and easy. Coming up to stand, straightening your left leg. Right knee lifts once more. Big inhale. Step back to your crescent lunge. Open out, warrior two. Space between your feet. Let your hips sink low. Palms to the sky. Left hand high, reverse. Side angle, Parsva Konasana. Left elbow on your left thigh. And your right arm reaches up to the sky. Steady foundation, grounded through your feet. A little bit of a hip opener. A little bit of a heart opener. Right? Lifting up and lightening up. Take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. front knee tracks over your front ankle. Take your top arm, wrap it around behind your back, half bind or your full bind. So again, a little bit of a hip opener, a little bit of a heart opener. From a steady foundation. You're grounded, you're supported, so you can open up and lighten up. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Reach your top arm back up. Let it bring you up to your warrior two. Here, straighten your left leg, pivot your toes towards the side edge of your mat. Toes in, heels out. You're a little bit pigeon-toed. Hands can still reach front to back. Take a big inhale, lift up, swan dive, fold forward, exhale. Hands come under your shoulders, halfway lift, bend your left knee, and press down away through the baby toe side of your right foot. You can keep your hands on your mat for support, core is engaged. If you want to hover your arms, hover your torso parallel to the ground, you can. Take a breath in and a breath out. And then with your hands lifted or lowered, switch sides. Bend your right knee, press down away through the baby toe side of your left foot. Steady breath, steady focus. Soften your face, soften your jaw, soften your heart. Take a big inhale. And then come on back to center. Halfway lift. Walk your hands towards your right toes. Pivot your right toes around. Come to the ball of your left foot so you come into your runner's lunge. Set your hands, step back, high push-up, forward, and halfway down, low push-up. Upward dog. Take a big breath in. Downward dog. Breath out. Take a big inhale. And a long exhale. Take a deep breath in here. Exhale, step or jump to your hands. Halfway lift, inhale, exhale, fold. Utkatasana, sit down, come up, fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. High push-up to low push-up, exhale. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left foot steps forward, warrior one. Step up, rise up. Exhale, hands come to your mat. High push-up to low push-up. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Right foot steps forward, warrior one, Virabhadrasana. Rise up, lift up. Exhale, hands come back to your mat. Chaturanga, low push-up. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath in and a breath out. Feet together, a little bit forward. Right leg to the sky. Bend your right knee for your down dog hip opener. Let your head hang down. Set your foundation so you can lift up, so you can open up. Set your foundation so you can lighten up. Enjoy where you are and what you're doing. Now take your right leg back up, roll the hip down, come on forward to your high push-up, draw your knee into your chest, lift out of your shoulders. You can tuck your nose or your chin, your forehead in to meet the knee. Inhale up and back to your three-legged dog. Crescent lunge, right foot steps up. Come on up, back heel is lifted. Let your hips sink down a little bit, heart lifts. Connecting into your right foot, connecting in through your core, set your gaze. Step forward onto your right foot, left knee lifts in front of you. Shoulders soft, hands higher at your heart. Take your left foot across your right thigh and start to sit down for your figure four. Notice your breath. You might adjust where you have your gaze. If you want to start to fold forward, you can start to fold forward. You can start to fold forward, you can start to open up, you can start to lighten up. You can start to have some fun with all of this. Now as you inhale, come on back up to standing. Right leg straightens, left knee lifts. Step back to your crescent lunge. Open out, warrior two. Find your footing. Right hand high, reverse your warrior. Side angle, right elbow, right thigh. Left arm reaches up for the sky, Parsva Konasana. Pause here, take a breath in. And a breath out. Breathe in. And then breathe out. Take your top arm, wrap it around behind your back, your half bind, or come into your full bind. You can also come into a different variation. You can come into your child's pose. Come into your body, come into this moment. Come into your strength and your power. Take a big inhale. And a long exhale. Reach your top arm back up. let it bring you up to your warrior two. Straighten your right leg, toes towards the side edge of your mat, toes in, heels out. Interlace your fingers at your low back. You can take a towel or strap between your hands. Knuckles drop down, heart lifts up, a big inhale. Fold forward as you exhale. Let your head hang down. Soften your neck, soften your shoulders. Take a big breath in. And a big breath out. Release your hands. Come halfway up. Now the moment you've all been waiting for. Tittibhasana, firefly. Start to walk your hands back behind your heels. So as you walk your hands back, you just have your fingers on your mat. Start to bend your knees. Walk your feet in like a malasana, like a squat. And then start to sit your hips back. So as you start to sit your hips back, your palms will come down to the ground. Now you can keep your feet down. You can walk your feet in towards one another. Sometimes that's a little bit easier to get the feet up. You can keep your feet wide and extend your legs. Wherever you are, smile. Take a big inhale and then nice and easy. Come on back down. Come back to that wide-legged stance. Hands under your shoulders, halfway lift. Walk your hands towards your left toes. Left toes pivot around, come to the ball of your right foot. Runner's lunge. Left foot steps back. High push-up to low push-up. Upward dog. Inhale, downward dog. Exhale. Take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. And don't worry, we'll get another shot at it. Take a breath in. And a breath out. Don't worry, you're on your mat, you're in your body, you're breathing, you're taking care of yourself and having some fun. Take another big inhale. Exhale, step or jump to the front. Halfway lift, inhale, exhale, fold. Inhale, come on up to stand. Rise up, reach up. Fold forward, exhale. Walk your feet about hips width distance apart. Slide your hands under your feet for Padahastasana. So this is a nice counter stretch for your wrists. You can let your head drop right after playing around with Tittibhasana. You might soften your knees. Let your head hang down. It might be that you have your hands all the way into your feet. Maybe you just get your toes to your palms or even just fingers under toes. There's lots of variations for this. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Take your hands out from under your feet. Walk your feet closer together to touch. Halfway lift, inhale. Hands to your mat. High push-up to low push-up. Exhale. Inhale. Upward facing dog. Exhale. Downward facing dog. Take a breath in. And a breath out. Feet together. A little bit forward. Take your right leg up to the sky. Come on forward to your high push-up. Right knee above and outside your right elbow. You can drop to the low push-up or the arm balance. Inhale up and back to your three-legged dog. High push-up. Right knee above and outside your left elbow. So there's a little bit of twist. Inhale up and back to your three-legged dog. Right foot to your right thumb. Runner's lunge. Hands on either side of the foot. As you inhale, start to lift your hips and straighten through the legs. As you exhale, bend into your front knee. You can lift your chest, roll your shoulders back. Inhale, lift the hips. The right leg begins to lengthen to your own degree. Exhale, bend the knee, heart lifts. One more time. Inhale, lift your hips. And as you exhale, fold forward over the right leg. You can let that left heel soften down. You can walk your hands back. Might be able to drop your head here. Soften your toes. Breathe in. And breathe out. Bend back into your right knee. Hands on your mat. Walk your right foot over to your left hand and come on into your half pigeon. Left leg lengthens behind you. A little bit of a lift in your heart. Big inhale. And then lengthen and fold. You can work with the variation on your back. If that works better for you, maybe a prop under this right hip or under your chest. Take a big breath in. And a long breath out. Breathe in. And breathe out. So at the beginning of this practice I said, let's glow, right? Instead of let's flow, which I know is pretty cheesy. But fireflies glow. They give off a whole lot of light. We go to a local lake a lot at night in the summer here in Connecticut. And the fireflies, it's amazing, right? Really just, it's spectacular to see them all lit up, so many of them. In your practice, right? I think your practice, our practice, it helps to cultivate the light that we all have within us. So that, yeah, we can glow. We can share our light, share our joy, our love, our passion with the world, and help to make the world a better, brighter place. Take a big breath in, and a long breath out, which I know sounds a little cheesy. Set your hands under your shoulders, come on back to your downward facing dog. But I wouldn't practice and teach if I didn't believe it. Here in your downward dog, bring your feet together a little bit forward. Take your left leg up to the sky. Come on forward to your high push-up. Left knee above and outside your left elbow. You can drop to the low push-up. Core is engaged. Strong through your arms. Inhale up and back to your three-legged dog. High push-up. Left knee above and outside your right elbow. Nice. Twist. Lengthen through your right leg. Inhale up and back to your three-legged dog. Left foot to your left thumb. Runner's lunge. Walk your hands back a little bit. As you inhale, begin to lift your hips, straightening to your own degree through the left leg. And as you exhale, bend the left knee, let your shoulders roll back, a little lift to your heart. Inhale, lift your hips, lengthening through the left leg. Exhale, bend the left knee, shoulders back, lift up. One more time. Inhale, lifting your hips to your own degree, straightening that left leg, and then fold forward. Maybe there's a lot of room to fold. Maybe there's just a little room to fold. You might have a big or a little bend in one or both knees. Feel where you are. Feel what you are doing. Right, let this light you up. Take a breath in and a breath out. Bend back into your left knee. Walk your left foot over to your right hand. And come on into your half pigeon on this side. Left knee comes down. Right leg can walk back behind you. You can add in a little bit of a back bend here if you like. And then fold forward. Lengthen, fold, soften. Take a breath in. And a breath out. Big inhale. Big exhale. If there's resistance, that's okay. You can feel it. Acknowledge it. But then equally acknowledge where you are and what you are doing. The importance of this practice for our physical body, for our mind, for our heart, for our spirit, for our whole being. Take a breath in. And a breath out. Notice if you're clenching your jaw. Soften your jaw, your fingers. Soften your shoulders and your heart. Take a breath in. And a breath out. Set your hands under your shoulders. Come on back to your downward facing dog. From here, walk your hands back to your feet. Take your feet to the outer edges of your mat. Come on down into your squat, malasana. You might be higher, right? Elbows on thighs. You can sit low, maybe use a prop. Take a breath in. And a breath out. So now we've done a little more work on opening our hips. Let's try Tittibhasana again. Right, you might find there's a little more room. Lift your hips up Again, hands, fingertips just behind your heels. Your hands don't have to come down to your ground. Get your fingers on the ground. And then start to sit back. Bend your elbows. Thighs are resting on your triceps. Squeeze your elbows in like you would for your crow. You can kind of scoot your feet forward a little bit. Start to lift your heart. There's this balance of rocking back, but not tipping over. And if you tip over backwards, no big deal, right? Once you find the balance, you can start to lift your legs. Maybe you work with your feet down, lift your heart. Couple of breaths, just play around with it. If you want to come back to your squat, you can go back to your squat. You might give your hands a break by pressing the backs of your hands together. Steady breath, right? Wherever you are, lift your heart, lift the corners of your mouth. That means smile. Take a big breath in. And come on back to your malasana. Big breath out. So here again, if you've been playing around with this, let the backs of your hands come together. You can point your fingers down. Right, just a nice little counter stretch for your wrists. Bring your hands down. Start to lift your hips. Walk your feet into about hips width distance. Walk yourself out to your high push-up. Forward and down, low push-up. Upward dog. A big inhale. Downward dog. Exhale. Take a deep breath in. Open your mouth, empty out. Another big inhale. As you exhale, step or jump your feet through your hands. Sit down, lie down. Set up for your bridge or your wheel. So if your wrists need a break, just come on up to your bridge. Even a supported bridge with a block under your hips. If you want to come right up to your wheel, you can come up to your wheel. You might lie on your back and simply feel for energetically lifting your heart. Big breath in, long breath out. Another big inhale, and nice and easy. Come on down, come onto your back. Soles of your feet together, knees to the side. Supta Baddha Konasana. You might circle your wrists a little bit. Take a breath in. And a breath out. And from here, come on into Shavasana. You can add in a twist. You can take a different leg variation. If you couldn't get into firefly, don't worry about it. Because you came onto your mat, you showed up, you were, and still are, playing around with your body, playing around, exploring what you can do. And it's a practice, right? It's a practice. It's a practice to help us shine a little more brightly. Take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Just bringing some gentle movement back to your body. Draw your knees to your chest. Roll to one side and make your way to seated. Hands to your heart. You can Set your gaze, lower your gaze, or close your eyes. Together, let's take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. Drawing your thumbs to your forehead, to your third eye center. Together we say, Namaste. Thanks, you guys. Thanks for joining me for practice today. I hope you had fun. If you did, please like the video. You can subscribe to my channel. I'd love it if you subscribe to my channel. You can check out my Patreon page, which is also the Bench Yogi. We're trying out a little bit of a different setup, facing sideways as opposed to facing straight on when I practice. Let me know what you think. Which way do you like better? And keep an eye out for another short video about poses like Tittibhasana, firefly, and handstand and crow. Those are kind of the big poses that we see people doing and we think, I want to be able to do that. And then that becomes a lot of our focus, which is totally okay. Right? But that's not all that the practice is about. I'm not even sure that being able to stand on your hands or come into firefly, that's even what the heart of the practice is about. So stay tuned for a little video where I talk about that. I'm Heather, I'm the Bent Yogi. I hope you had fun today. Go out into the world, take care of each other, take care of yourself, let your light shine, and I'll see you on your mat.